How to prepare for your asylum interview. The interview. This is the most important part of your asylum application. For your interview, you and your family will travel to Chicago, a city that takes several hours by car to reach from anywhere in Michigan. Your resettlement agency will help to make travel arrangements for you and your family. It is imperative you attend this interview. You cannot call in or appear remotely. You must appear in person at the scheduled time and date. You must bring your work permits and any other identification documents you have with you to your appointment. You must also bring your interview notice, which will be provided to you by your resettlement caseworker. You must wear a face mask at all times in the Chicago Asylum office. Once you are at the Chicago Asylum office building, you will enter through the revolving doors and check in with security at the front desk. You need to tell them that you have an interview in the Chicago Asylum office. You will be given passes and instructed to take the elevators to the asylum office. After taking the elevators up to the proper floor, you'll see the glass doors for the asylum office. Upon entering, you'll have to go through security, similar to airport security. Be prepared to remove coats, shoes, belts, and anything else requested by the security officers. Any bags will have to be passed through the X-ray machine. The security officer will tell you where to sit in the waiting room. You will be called to a window to check in for your interview. At the window, the immigration agent will take your photo and fingerprints. You will be asked to return to your seat and wait for another immigration agent to call you back. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, your immigration officer will likely not be physically present with you in the office. Instead, they will appear on a small screen on the desk in front of you. If necessary, a phone translator will be present for the interview. The interview will begin by placing you under oath, which means you will be asked to promise to tell the truth during your interview. The interview usually consists of 3 parts: reviewing your personal information, which was the information you prepared during the pre-clinic, asking questions about why you do not want to return to Afghanistan, and asking questions about your affiliations with the Taliban and other terrorist organizations. It is important that you listen carefully to the questions and only answer the questions that are being asked. Do not provide additional information beyond what is being asked. For example, if the officer asks, "Why do you fear returning to Afghanistan?" do not tell them about how your cousin is afraid in Afghanistan and they've been living in hiding and it's been really bad for them. Instead, say something about your own situation, like, "I fear returning to Afghanistan because I am married to someone who has worked for the U.S. military and our family was threatened before evacuating. My family, who still lives there, continues to be threatened because of my spouse's work, and we know we would be killed if we returned." Keep the focus on you and your fears and your experiences. The officer will redirect you if you start talking about someone else. You can, however, say things about other people that explain your fear, like, "I am certain I would be killed because it has happened to others who worked similar jobs as me, like my brother, who was killed by the Taliban for his work with the Afghan police." We have been told the primary focus of your interview will be questions about your associations with the Taliban. Be prepared for a lot of questions about this and be prepared for your immigration officer to become harsh or even combative. They have a lot of information about the different ways the Taliban sought support from people, and they could possibly ask you questions about, for example, how you ran a business without paying tariffs to the Taliban, or how you traveled without paying bribes to the Taliban soldiers. Once your interview concludes, you can leave the building and travel back to Michigan. The asylum officer will mail you their decision. Thank you for watching this informational video about preparing for your asylum interview. If you have any specific questions or concerns, please share these with your resettlement caseworker, who will contact the legal specialist team.